Hi traders, Chris from the research team here at Pepperstone. Now we've just seen Nvidia's numbers dropping. They've reported their Q2 26 numbers. They've guided to Q3 26, and we're waiting for Jason Huang, the CEO, to step up and give his conference to analysts as well, which we expect a thoroughly charismatic and very, very positive outlook on AI, on their production and their pipeline going forward. Now, of course, with Nvidia, we know they always beat expectations on EPS, on margin and sales. So it's more of an exercise. I'm not just wearing where the actual numbers come out relative to the sell side consensus, but where the market's position. We're talking about the buy side, the hedge funds, the pension funds, those kind of names as well. And that usually they see the buy side position just above the consensus in the market from investment banks. Now, what have we seen today? A fantastic set of numbers. If you look at Q2 revenues, and we start with revenues because I think that was the big focus from the market. $46.7 billion with revenue for Q2. Great numbers there, above the expectations, pretty much in line with where the buy side was. A little bit weak on the data center side of things, probably a little bit underwhelming there. And they've guided to the October quarter Q3 to $54 billion, give or take 2%. Now, I think the buy side was probably positioned a little bit more, probably looking for 54.5, maybe 55 billion. So you can see why the stock's reacting after hours. It's down about 3% at the moment, taking out some tailwinds in NASDAQ and S&P futures. And we're seeing a little bit of selling after hours in some of the other ASIC and GPU providers as well. AMD's down modestly, Broadcom's down a touch as well. And we expect to see that sort of reverberating through some of the China AI plays as well. Gross margins, always an interesting play. Semis, the valuation is largely premised on margin growth. We saw margins trough out for Nvidia at 71, just over 71% in Q1. They've come out at 72.7% for Q2, which is obviously going in the right direction and slightly better than expectations. Now, if you look at what they've guided for Q3, the October quarter, 73 to 74%. Very, very good numbers there, going in the right direction. As I say, we want to get that up to sort of 75, mid-70s going forward. Good numbers, but again, pretty much in line with where the buy side was. They've left out any kind of revenues from China, their H20 sales. They used to receive sales of about 15 billion from China, but they've not included these in the numbers. That was thoroughly expected by the sell side, by the investment banks. So again, it keeps the result a little bit cleaner, and they probably will be added further down the line. Now, they've added a $60 billion buyback to the program as well, which should keep volatility well suppressed and keep earnings ticking up. And if you look at the Blackwell ramp, obviously going in the right direction. Blackwell architecture up 17% sequentially, going forward, and the GB200 obviously going in the right direction as well. Now, the question, what takes us through 184, which is obviously the line in the sand, the clear ceiling in the market. The traders are buying this into 172, a little bit down on the moment on the after hours. But this is a fantastic stock doing everything at the right direction. Let's hear what Jason Huang has to say now.